Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here and welcome on into a sad video. A few days ago, the ambassadors who were sent the LEGO Marvel sets coming out on January the 1st got an email saying that we weren't allowed to review three of them, the three mechs. And we actually have the reasoning behind this because there's been a lot of things going on over the last few days. They've removed them off Shop at Home, which we'll talk about all that. And the reasoning is that they realized that Wolverine and X-Men just don't sell well, so they've just pulled the whole set. No, just kidding. It's not that, and unfortunately, it's pretty sad. So I'm gonna read you guys the email that I was sent as an ambassador because I was sent the sets to review, and this is exactly what they say. Please be informed that we have discovered a stability issue in set number 76202, 76203, and 76204, and therefore we are canceling / postponing the launch of these SKUs. We are currently looking into solutions and potential new launch timing. Hence, we ask you not to include these three products in your reviews as they will not be launching on January the 1st. We are deeply sorry for this, and we know that how inconvenient it is. It is inconvenient. I'll tell you why. Because I believe, now I don't know if this is the exact reasoning, but the embargo date for these set reviews have been pushed around nonstop. At first, I thought maybe it was because Doctor Strange and that they just didn't want spoilers or anything getting out for that movie, and they just kept delaying it. So originally it was going to be December 3rd, then it was going to be the 15th, and then it's at a later date, which is really late, which I'm not quite sure what the point of is even sending it to us, because I feel like a lot of people are just going to find them in stores by then. Anyways, so I thought that it was because of Doctor Strange spoilers, but it's probably because they were so unsure what to do about this, and then they wound up sending them out, and literally the next day, or I think it was the day of, I got this email. So pretty crazy that really right now I have three of the most rare sets, because most of the time, if there's a problem, they will be instructed to destroy the sets completely. Unfortunately, that's just how it works, because these have already been packaged and all that. I believe that's normally what happens. So what's happening here is if they do launch, they would have to repackage them all, and I'll tell you what the exact issue is in a second. And that makes the ones that these review copies, the ones that we were sent out, some of the most rare sets because of the prints on the boxes as well as the packaging. You can obviously make the set yourself when the new one comes out inevitably. But if you don't believe me, by the way, if you don't think that I'm lying that they're not coming out, you can check out the links. I've put them down below if you want to go to where the product pages were originally live. And now you've got Emmett saying, sorry, we can't find that page. Don't worry, though. Everything is still awesome. So that is really interesting. And I would know that those pages were live since that's where I got the pictures from my original video. But anyways, so the issue is stability, they say. And if you take a look at the pictures here, because I still have them, you can see here what it is. And I didn't realize this until I was building it, and you could see it in the picture. Now, again, I believe that this has already been an issue in other sets, that these joints here, and you can see the part on screen, it's almost like a microphone, that over time, I'm quoting my friend Penn Plays here, that it becomes weak and it will just continue to, move so much easier than before. You want it to be stiff. And what's interesting here is I didn't realize this when we got the pictures. The legs at the hips there, it's built differently. And in a bad way. It's not like I'm built different. Looking at that, you could see it's a step down. And I'll tell you why they're a step down from the other mechs. That only allows the legs to face that way. One of my favorite things, and I would say it in every single review, for all the mechs that I've taken a look at, I've done them all, even the ones that appear in other sets. All of them had this cool Technic piece that would allow you to actually bend them and turn them. But they would include a piece that would prevent you from bending it all the way around. I really love that. I thought it was such an intelligent decision to include a piece that would prevent you from turning the legs all the way around, and they would stop at a certain point. I love that. Absolutely loved it. And it just gives you more functionality. Here you could see what pieces those are. And it's like, well, why would you do that? I don't understand why you would remove such a cool play feature, in my opinion. So that was really disappointing to me. And now they're paying the price because everything else is pretty much the same from the other mechs. It's just that unless they use some new plastic that just is not working, like I don't know. Again, it could be that as well. But it is a real shame. I know that a lot of people were looking forward to these, specifically the Wolverine one. And of course, they are going to repurpose these in some shape or form. Whether it is they are going to re-release the set soon, when I'm not sure, but that is a highlight, I think, for a lot of people every January now, is we're becoming accustomed to it. I know some people hate the mechs, and I'm sure some of you are going like, good, they're canceled, they're gone, and I get your hatred towards them, but there is no denying that the figures that we get in these sets are really great. Now, a lot of the times, or some of the times I'd say, the figures do wind up popping up in something else, and I think that, and I hope that these figures do pop up somewhere else in this year so that people can get them, because I really, really love the figures. And I unfortunately, I'd love to show you the mechs off, but I can't until, I don't know. I'm not sure if I don't know, because if you think about it, like, they don't want us showing off these products that are faulty. And again, to use that phrase again, built differently. So just crazy that now the ambassadors, the 20 to 30 people who get these offers, the communities in the LEGO Ambassador Program, now have some of the most rare sets in their collection. Not for sale, it says right underneath. But what does that mean for January? Well, it's sad because there's only 2 Marvel sets coming out now, and one of them is the Doctor Strange set, and the other one is the Buildable Iron Man. And that one's not really my favorite. So it's just the Doctor Strange set that we've got going on. No mechs now, which is really sad. Again, Marvel normally has I wouldn't say a pretty strong presence. It's no city with 20 plus sets, but it's still a pretty good presence every year in January. And now we've only got 2 sets. So I don't know. But anyways, everyone, what do you think of this news? Were you looking forward to getting these? Which one might have been your favorite? And hopefully these figures come back, because regardless, again, what you think of the mechs, it's the highlight for a lot of people. And I always enjoy also at the end of the year in the fall getting those mechs all in a 3-pack from Costco, and doing a video on that and angering people saying that they're rare. So hopefully I'm still able to do that, and hopefully we do see these return some point down the line, and that it is a priority, because I think that these mechs are always an excitement. And you know what? You got to remember, mechs sell. If they didn't sell, why would they keep making them 3 years in a row? So I will keep you up to date with any new updates on this. If they do get a new launch date or anything like that, I will let you know. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all in the next one.